website. And on the website, they have a database of like every last name in the United States. And so I was looking through it, and I was typing in, I was looking up dumb names like wiener, ear, and butt foot and stuff. Really rock and eater. And, but I typed in banana, and it turns out there are actually like 60,000 people in the United States with the last name Banana. Like I can't make this up in the census. And like I can't fucking handle it. Like somewhere in like Minnesota, there's like a colony of like 60,000 banana people. Like in family units, like there's a banana dad, banana mom, like kid bananas, and like banana dad has a job it's just a regular job, but like to keep the banana man running. And like after work he has to go like pick up the kids from daycare or whatever, and he like goes in and he's like, where the little manners at? And then the lady working at the daycare laughs, but she doesn't think it's funny because he says it every time. And like all the banana people, they're all US citizens. Like the chances are way too high that we could have a president banana. I was walking around campus the other day looking for a bench to sit on, and there was an old person sitting on it. And then I walked to another bench, and there was an old person sitting in that bench too. And then, like, you know when you're looking for a bench when there's an old person sitting in it? Fucking old people. I used to go to high school, and I had a teacher, and he would always say things in class like, I miss my wife so much, or like, I love my wife. And so I thought the wife was dead. But one day I came after class, and there was a woman standing there, and I was like, who's this? And he was like, that's my wife. And like, his wife isn't dead, he just really loves his wife. I was in my living room watching the news a few years ago, and there was a report, Russia was invading Georgia, and up until this point, I didn't know there was another Georgia that wasn't the Peach State, Georgia. And I was really like conflicted, because like looking at the reporter, she was like, yeah, this happens a lot. Like Georgia and Russia have a lot of shit between them. And like, I was like, wow, no one gives a fuck about Georgia. No one gives a shit. Like, the union isn't that strong. No one likes Georgia. And the worst part was that I was like, all right, Georgia's getting invaded, and I didn't care either. I went and got yogurt later that day, and I forgot. I hope no one here's from Georgia. I'm sorry. Where was I? I was at Walgreens shopping for candy bars, and in an aisle, and there was actually they were selling lingerie. And like, if you buy lingerie at Walgreens, you should stop doing that. I was inside of New York, and I was walking, and I was quite parched, or hungry. And I saw a man with a fruit cart, and I wanted a banana, so I said, hey, can I have a banana? And so he gave me a banana, and I gave him $1. And he said this to me, quote unquote, I will get your change now. And he turns around, and so I'm like looking at my banana, like whatever. And then he comes back to me, and he hands me a peach. Like, he didn't give the banana 35 cents. I should have gotten 65 cents back. He gave me a fucking peach. Like, I don't know what he thinks the exchange rate for peaches is, but like how many times has this guy gone into a bank? And how many times has he has a waiter passively aggressively told him cash or credit only, sir? Like, can't pay people in peaches. I was in where was I? Like I said, I used to go to high school. And my mom and I were talking about college, and I was like asking like, what was college like for my mom? Because she went to college. And I was like, wow, Mom, what was college like? And she was like, oh, I was a zombie, because she didn't get any sleep, because she was tired or whatever. And I'm hilarious, so I was like, oh, did you kill anyone? And then she was like, no, but actually, your great-grandpa Quigley, he was really, he was on a bad day, like, ran out of potatoes, you know, whatever, his day sucked. And he went home, and then he killed grandma quickly, and then he killed himself. And then my mom dropped me off at school. And like, I don't know if anyone here's taking a calculus class, but calculus is the hardest class to focus on when you're thinking about your dead Irish grandpa. I was at Walgreens again. This was like literally 2 days ago. I was standing at the counter, and there were four issues of Diabetes Monthly on the counter. And I was just minding my own business, and a man comes up and grabs an issue of Diabetes Monthly, and then he turns around, and then he turns around again, and then grabs all the issues, and then he fucking leaves. Like, how much diabetes can you have? Alright, after, there's one more comic. He's consistently ranked by Forbes as the #1 lover of bathtubs. I'd like you all to welcome Jean-Luc Bouchard.